This website that you're seeing on screen has been built out by Claude Code in literally no time. You know, there's just this one technique that can actually help Claude think creatively and not logically while it is designing websites. And in this video, I'm going to reveal exactly that. By the end of this video, you will know how you can make Claude Code think creatively. Because you know, when you're building a website with Claude, it thinks logically. It thinks in terms of code. It thinks in terms of structure. Which programming language do I use? How do I make this code shorter? Its focus is completely taken away from the design direction of your website. Now the question is, how do we make it think creatively? And the only way you can do that is by giving Claude Code a canvas. Yes, if you give Claude Code a canvas and you tell it to design the website without generating any code, without worrying about the logic part, that is where its creativity is going to come out. And on top of that, if you give your own references, if you give your own opinions, your website is going to be on the next level. So in this video, we're doing exactly that. We're going to give Claude Code an endless, infinite canvas for it to design. There's this free MCP called pen.dev that you can very easily connect with Claude Code. So if you are interested in exploring this workflow with me and making Claude Code good at design, watch this video till the very end. For those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Yashica Jain. I'm a person who's obsessed with AI, especially when it comes to no-code or low-code AI. I have been running my own agency, Automates AI, wherein we have helped numerous businesses automate their manual processes using AI. And on this channel, I cover exactly what I know. So if you are interested in this niche, do not forget to subscribe to this channel. So now that you know me, let's get started. Let's set up Claude, let's connect it to this MCP, and let's build this beautiful website. Alright, so now let's begin with the setup. Obviously, first thing we need is Claude, but not really Claude Chat. Instead, we need Claude Code. Claude Code works very similar to Claude Chat, the difference being it is good at generating code, which is exactly what we want. We want to build a website. That looks good. The access to Claude Code is included in all paid plans by Claude, starting from Pro all the way to Max. The only difference is the usage and the limits. Apart from that, everything remains the same. So even if you're on the Pro plan, you can use it. Now, in most of my videos, I tell you that you can use Claude Code wherever you want. You can use it from the terminal, you can use it from the app, you can use it from the web. But for this particular video, I would highly recommend that you use it inside of VS Code. You will know why just in a second when we will proceed with the setup. But if you haven't set it up on VS Code up until now, what you have to do is you simply have to search for VS Code, go to the first link and download it. Free to download, free to access. So it's basically a code editor, and Claude Code would be living inside of VS Code. You don't have to code, nothing like that. It's just that this is the environment that we're choosing for Claude Code. And once it's installed and you are within VS Code, simply click on open and then create a new folder. Let's call it website design, and open that folder so that all the files that we create are organized within that one folder on your system. After that, head over to extensions right here and search for Claude Code. So you will find Claude Code as an extension within of VS Code, and you simply have to install it. That's it. After that, you will spot Claude's icon at the top here. If you click on it, Claude Code should open up for you. If you're doing this for the first time, obviously you need to sign into your Claude account. After that, if you send it a message, you should get a reply. So that was our Claude Code setup. Highly recommend using it inside of VS Code if you want to follow through this video. Now the next extension that we are going to install inside of VS Code is going to be pen.dev. So you simply have to search for pen.dev and then you will spot this particular extension. Now this might be new to most of you, but this is the actual game changer. So all you have to do is, again, install it. It might ask you to sign in if you're doing it for the first time. Simply create an account on this one. After that, head over to this logo right here and create a new .pen file. And here is the file created for us. So this is basically a canvas for Claude Code. This is more like that Figma to code workflow. The difference being this can be used very easily by AI coding assistants, whereas Figma is more for human beings. It's for teams and for collaboration, etc. And this is exactly what is going to force Claude Code to think in terms of design and not just code and logic and structure. You're gonna see the power of this just in a second as we're gonna start. Now you might think, how does Claude Code connect with this canvas? So basically, as soon as you install this extension inside of VS Code, pen.dev also connects with Claude Code via its MCP automatically. You don't have to do anything. So there's this MCP connection that takes place that connects both of these. If you want to see a proof, what you can do is you can head over to this / and then go to MCP servers, and you should be able to spot Pencil in the list of MCP servers that have been connected. Now pen.dev is completely free to use as of today while I'm recording this video, so anyone can install it, sign in, and get started. So using this, we will be able to generate different design concepts, redesign certain sections of the website that we don't like, and once you start using it, you won't be able to leave it. And this is not just for website design, but also for web app designing, etc. It comes in really handy. This video is not sponsored by pen.dev, it's just that I like it and I use it inside of my designing workflows, and hence I'm sharing it here. Alright, so I'm going to minimize this one. Let's start a new conversation on Claude Code. Our project is currently empty. We're starting from a fresh slate. Now, I'm not going to start with the plan mode as of now. I'm not going to do that because what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Claude Code to generate 3 different design concepts for us to choose from. Maybe one is dark, one is light, one is a mix of both, so that we can choose the one that makes the most sense to our eyes. So this is the prompt that I'm going to send over. You can find this prompt in the description. Just look for the resources. You will be able to copy paste it from there. So use the pen.dev MCP tools and the currently open .pen file, which is this file right here. So what you can also do is you can also mention the name of the file. So I can just say namely pencil new .pen file. So use the pen.dev MCP tools and the currently open .pen file, which is named this. Do not write any website code yet. So we're not generating the code for our website. And then I'm telling it that create 3 fundamentally different homepage design directions for a premium specialty coffee shop called Amber and Oak. You know what? Let me change the name to Overtime. That's too hard to keep pronouncing throughout the video. Amber and Oak. So yeah, let's just keep it Overtime. So this is this coffee shop for which we're designing this website, and I'm asking it to generate 3 fundamentally different homepage design concepts. Then we're telling it a little bit about the coffee shop. So the coffee shop serves small batch roasted coffee, handmade pastries, and seasonal drinks. The website should encourage the customers to visit the cafe, explore the menu, and order coffee beans online. Create the 3 concepts side by side on this canvas so that we can see the 3 designs. And this is basically going to be the homepage design. So what you can do is you can copy this prompt and you can change this part, which is the coffee shop description and the coffee shop name, to whatever you're creating a website for. It could be a website for your store, it could be a website for your agency, for your portfolio, whatever the purpose is, just change that part a little bit here. Apart from that, you can use this prompt, and once you're all set, let's send it. Okay, so Claude has designed 3 different directions for us, design directions for us. So here's the first one that it has designed. As you can see, let me zoom in. It has also come up with the images. Some of these are AI generated and some of these are stock images. Obviously, you can provide it with the images you want to use. And this is the first one. Claude focused just on the design and not on the code, logic, and structure. Then here's another one, which is giving more of a dark vibe. So this is second one, and here's the third one. So these are way better than the first drafts that we usually receive from Claude. Now a lot of people would choose one and proceed with it, but I'm gonna take this a step further. So basically I went over to Dribbble and I searched for some coffee shop website inspirations, and here are a few on my screen, as you can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to send Claude a few of these and I'm going to ask it to generate design directions for those as well on the same canvas. So I like this one, but it seems a little too playful to me. Then this one too generic. So after scrolling, here's one that caught my eye. So I'm going to copy this image. I'm going to paste it in Claude. First, I'm going to say nice job on the design directions. And then I'm going to tell it that I am attaching a few reference images and I want you to generate design directions that align with them. I'll also tell it that we don't want to copy them as is, but take inspiration. We're not going to stop here. We're also going to tell it that in each reference, what exactly do we like the most so that it understands our taste. So in the first reference, I like the hero and the dark brown theme. All right. Then here's another one I like. So let me copy this and paste it here. So in the second one, I really like these images and icons. And I think that's pretty much it. You can also check out other websites for inspiration. I'll link this one in the description in case you want to go there and look for inspirations in your niche. So I'm going to ask it to generate 2 design directions, taking inspiration from each reference, focus more on the hero. And then I'm going to ask it to generate a third design that will reflect a mix of these and reflect my personal taste. So 2 design themes based on these references and a third one that mixes everything and basically reflects my personal taste. Now, if you already like one of these that it has generated, you can go with it, nothing wrong in that. But in case you're not that satisfied, then you can take this approach that I'm taking right now because I'm not a big fan of these. So let me send it. Now, if you were not using this canvas, it would have been really difficult for you to explore different design directions. At most, you can send it one reference and it's very difficult to diversify. But in case of the canvas, it can just keep on adding to the frame and you can go from there, which is what I personally like because I'm a person who wants to explore before I settle. Okay, so it has completed working and let's see what it has designed. So these were the old ones and here are the new ones. If you just compare these two, you will see that Claude has really elevated in terms of design, and the secret behind that was reference. So giving it references, telling it your taste really matters. All right, so here's the first one. So let me just do this so that we can see it clearly. All right, so I personally really like this one. Few things we can change, but overall I really like the design and the direction and the fonts and the colors. Beautiful. All right, then we've got this one. No doubt it is amazing as well. I personally like this part, but I might not go with it for this video. And I might just go with the first one. And then here's the third one, which is kind of a mix. So basically it judged our taste and based on that it came up with this third one. But I might not go with this one. Let's go with this one, the first one. But one thing I can see here is the testimonial. I really like this style of testimonial and I would like to swap this one with that one. If you like a particular section like I like this one, you can always ask Claude to use it in the one that you want to go with. Alright, so let me tell Claude, good job. I really like the slow ritual design, but I like the testimonial section from the after hours design. So can you please take the testimonial section from after hours and incorporate it in the slow ritual design. Similarly, if you want to change anything else, you can tell Claude. At the same time, you can also click on these. You can see different things. In case you're a designer yourself, you can also tweak these a little bit. But if you're not a designer, I wouldn't recommend you changing anything. Just ask Claude because you might mess it up. So let's wait for Claude to fix this testimonial section. Okay, and in no time it has already done it. So here's our new testimonial section in this particular design, which we took from this one. So now that this is done, it's really time for us to convert it into code and convert it into an actual website. Because if you see right now, we don't have any code files in here. It's really just on the canvas. So let's ask Claude to take this design direction and turn it into an actual real website. So this is the prompt that we are going to send it to convert this design into an actual fully functional website. Now, it's not as simple as you telling it that, okay, now turn this into a website, because that could cause a few problems. So instead, you can send over this prompt, which again, you will find in the description with the rest of the prompts, where I'm telling it that turn the approved design, which is in this file, into a fully functional website. Use the MCP to first inspect the design, get everything. And then we're telling it to implement that into a full homepage section and match the design closely. Things like colors, spacing, typography, images, export the images wherever possible, make it responsive for desktop, tablet, preserve the design direction, etc. after you have set up the website, make sure to run it locally and compare that with this design. And if there are any differences, make sure you fix them. After that, it is going to hand it over to us for testing. So basically begin by inspecting, then make the code changes, and do not stop after giving me an implementation plan. So we're just asking it to start working on it directly. There's no need for any other approval. Just build it end to end. And once that is done, then we will go and take a look. Now this is going to take some time. So after you send this prompt, just take a break and do whatever, because it's going to take some good amount of time for it to convert it into a website. Another thing I would say is you should switch the model to Opus or Fable. And if possible, choose the high or extra high effort level to get the best possible results. Alright, so let's send it. Okay, so our website is ready. As you can see it on the screen, this is the exact same design that we had approved. And here it is right in front of our eyes. Beautiful. So that was our journey from canvas to web. Now, obviously, we have to tweak a few things. For example, here it says Aurora. It would have been better if it said overtime, things like that. And also we need to add some motion and fix a few things here and there. But apart from that, I think we're almost there. This website has got a personality of its own, I'm not gonna lie. And it doesn't look AI generated to me whatsoever. Or to frame it better, it doesn't look as AI slop. So let's work on those bits now. So let's head back to Claude Code. Let's tell it great job. A few changes. So firstly, we would like to get rid of this sign in button, etc. We don't really have that functionality. So please get rid of sign in, cart, and search icons from the nav bar. Replace it with something else, like reserve a table. The next thing on the hero, I like this image, but it says Aurora, which is not matching our brand. Let me convey the same thing here. Alright, so I've mentioned that. Let me also tell it to get rid of M dashes. It doesn't look good, which is these ones. Apart from that, I think we're good. And from the footer, get rid of the links that we don't have sections for. Alright, so let's send this. Similarly, if you are seeing any small things like these, you can tell it and it should be able to fix it for you in no time. Alright, so Claude has fixed all of these and it looks nice now. We have the button, we have it saying overtime, the footer has been fixed, we no more have any M dashes. Perfect. Now, if you do want to make any changes, go section by section and implement them one by one. Once you are satisfied with the website design, that is when you can move forward with motion. So right now, the design looks good, but it does not feel alive. So even previously on my channel, I've talked about 21st Dev and other websites like these that can basically help you take ready-to-use components and apply them to your existing website. For example, things like these that are already existing, which you can make a part of your website. So if I reload my website, there is no motion happening whatsoever. Not even those micro motions wherein the text, fades in, etc. Nothing happening. So we're going to ask Claude to obviously do a little bit on its end. And after that, we're going to take some components over from 21st Dev and we're going to apply them on our website so that it looks much more alive. And that should complete our website design. So I'm going to start a new chat as we move on to the next stage. We're pretty much done with the canvas. In case you want to replan a particular section of your website, you can keep on using the canvas, but I think for now I'm good. So I'm going to close this out. So for the time being, I'm just going to ask it to add meaningful transitions to our website that makes it feel alive, especially to the text and images. Now, I do not have a lot of expectations from it. I know that it's going to be still very plain and static, but still, let's do this. And then we will move on to the 21st Dev components. So in the free version of 21st Dev, you can copy up to 2 free prompts. For example, let's say I like this one. Let's just take an example. So you can essentially copy the prompt and send it to Claude, and that will tell Claude how to make this or how to implement this as a part of the code. And in one day, you can copy up to 2 for free. If you need more, you'll have to upgrade. Okay, so Claude has implemented the motion system, so let's check it out. So I'm going to refresh this. Okay. All right. Okay. Fair enough. Exactly what I was expecting. So essentially, after scrolling through 21st Dev, I did find one that I would like to implement on the hero, which is this one. So basically, our coffee image could expand and take the full screen, and then we could explore to the next section of the website. So as soon as the user lands, they see this page, but then once they scroll, this image right here, it basically expands itself and then it scrolls down. So I'm going to simply copy the prompt for this component right here. Again, let's start a new chat. And I'm going to tell it that I want to implement this image expansion motion to the coffee image on the hero, which is this one. So let me also copy this image and paste it here so that it knows exactly which image I'm talking about. And then here's the prompt we copied. Also, let's add a little bit of zoom in on this beans image, which is there on the background. A very subtle, slow zoom in. So I've told it implement a very slow and subtle zoom in onto the background beans image. And let's send this through. All right, so Claude has completed working. So let's go and check. So I'm going to refresh this page and let me scroll down. Okay, so that's our hero animation right there. Let's do it one more time. So refresh. All right. And there is a slow, subtle zoom in on the background. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is. Okay. So we're not going to do any animations on the second one because then it's going to be a lot more playful. This one already has an animation, which is this one. I mean, more of a transition. Then there's this collections section, which I think could be uplifted. For example, we can have many more images around coffee, ambience, and desserts. So again, while I was going through the components, I found this one on 21st Dev, and I think we can use this one right here under popular collections. And the testimonial already has this thing that works just fine, and so does these. All right, so let's implement that one here, and hopefully that should complete our website. So again, I'm going to copy this and do a new chat. Now I'm going to tell it that in the popular collections section, I want to implement this component, generate images if needed. We want to have a mix of images focusing on ambience, coffee, and desserts. And let me paste it and let's send that over. So just like that, based on whichever website you are building, you can go to 21st Dev or similar websites and find components that would work for your website. It's not necessary that you use 10, 20 of these in your website. It's more like you have a good mix of these and then subtle animations by Claude, and that should be a perfect mix. Okay, so Claude has completed that. So let's see what we have. Okay. So this is what it has built. So you can have images of the cafe, you can have coffee images, dessert related images, and it also has this description at the bottom and this, which I really like. Beautiful. And that right there completes our website design. How easy it was to build this beautiful website thanks to the canvas and these ready-to-use components. Your next step should be, you should right-click on your website, go to inspect, and then go to this icon right here. And from here, you should check your website on different devices. For example, how does it look on a mobile phone? How does it look on, let's say, an iPad? And accordingly, you should ask Claude to fix anything that you don't like. For example, this is an iPad. So for instance, that animation isn't working here. So you can ask Claude to fix that for you and make sure that it is responsive across different devices. Once you're all set, the next step for you is going to be to deploy this website. Right now, it is a file on your computer and no one on the internet can really access it. In order to take it live on the internet, you need two different things. The first is hosting and second is a domain, which is your website's address. Once you have that, you can take what Claude Code has built for you live on the internet so that anyone out there can access it and you can easily share it. And now I'm going to show you the easiest and the most affordable way of hosting your website. So up until now, we have been using Claude Code to build the website, and we're also going to use it to host the website. So let's get ourselves a hosting and a domain, and let's ask Claude Code to deploy the website for us. So essentially, Hostinger is this one platform that not only lets you get hosting and a domain for an extremely affordable price, but also connects directly with your AI coding assistant. It could be Claude Code, it could be Cursor, it could be Codex. It connects directly with them. So basically, once you get the hosting plan and a domain, all you have to do is just tell Claude Code or whichever AI coding assistant you're using that I am ready to deploy. And from then on, it will take care of the rest, thanks to the Hostinger connector. So it lets you create, deploy, and manage your projects with AI from a single workspace, which makes it perfect for beginners and non-technical people. I will include the link to this page in the description below. Simply scroll down and select the AI coding assistant that you're using. Right there, you will find this button that will let you install Hostinger's connector directly for Claude Code. But before we do that, we need to ensure that we have a hosting plan. Now, in most cases, you will have to buy a hosting plan separately and then a domain separately. But thanks to Hostinger, with your hosting plan, you will get a domain free for an entire year. Hostinger has very affordable plans if you compare it with the other ones in the market. I use it for my own website and the performance is unmatched. The best part is that their monsoon sale is currently live. Their monsoon sale ends on the 17th of August 2026. So if you're watching this video before then, do not miss out on the deal. You will get discounts up to 72% off. Just imagine you're getting hosting and domain for as less as this price. And this plan will help you host up to 5 web apps, 50 websites. It has 2 CPU cores and 3 GB RAM with 50 GB of NVMe storage. So if your websites and web apps are within this range, you can easily host it on this one plan. You get a free domain for an entire year with managed SSL, and you can easily deploy it directly from tools like Claude Code, Cursor, Codex, etc. So grab the link in the description, head over to this page and choose the business plan. From here, you'll have to choose for how long you would like to get this plan for. Once you're all set, you can use the coupon code Yashica20 to get a flat 20% off on your cart value. There you go, discount applied. This coupon works for the 12 months plan, the 24 months plan and the 48 months plan. I'll include the link as well as the coupon codes in the description. Don't forget to use them. So once the purchase is complete and you've signed up for your account, all you have to do is claim that free domain yourself. So you have to search for the web address that you're looking for. For example, in this case, it could be overtimecoffee.com or something similar. Once the domain is claimed, come back to this page and select Claude Code. Right here, you will find this command that we are going to copy. Then head back to Claude Code and ask it to run this command for you. So I've told it, run this command to connect to Hostinger's MCP. And Hostinger has been connected to Claude Code. Now we're going to start a new chat. Now here I'm telling it that deploy my website to my newly purchased business hosting plan using Hostinger's MCP. After that, connect it to the terracotta domain. So this is one of the domains I had got for one of my previous demos. You can simply replace it with the domain you just now claimed. Just replace this address and send it. During the process, it's going to ask you to connect to your Hostinger account. Make sure you allow it. And now our website is live on this domain from where anyone on the internet can easily visit our website and take a look at this beautiful one that we have built out. How easy it was to deploy using Hostinger connector. And just like that, we have built our website using Claude. Do not forget to check out the description of this video. You will find out the prompts that I've used in the description. Look for the resources. You'll also find the link to Hostinger and the coupon codes in the description. If you're interested in working with our agency Automates AI, wherein we're helping businesses automate their manual processes using AI, you can check out our agency's website. Link in description. If you want to get on a one-on-one call with me, you can check out my consulting calendars link again in the description. If you want to see some more exclusive content from my side, do not forget to follow me on LinkedIn and X. You can also send me a connection request on LinkedIn to connect with me personally. So yeah, that is pretty much it for this video. I will meet you in the next one. Till then, bye!